Hello everyone, I'm Shuffleverse and I'm your host for today. I'm here with Fair and Evan, and today we're gonna watch the final of Clover Champs. We have our two teams, Team Luck and Team Pot of Gold. What do you guys think about these two teams?
Uh, I mean, Team Luck, I think, is really, I guess, the hard hitters. I mean, they look at least like a well-rounded team. When we saw, like, I guess earlier, uh, with further games. What do you think, Evan?
Well, I was going to say the exact opposite of that. I think when you look at the lineup for Team Pot of Gold, I mean, we really got some big players. I mean, we have Varcio. We'll introduce the team lineup a little bit later, but we do have some players with a lot of experience, some Valorant Academy experience. So I think that really is going to be the difference maker in getting them over the rainbow. In this case, we can say, very on theme for today. But we're hoping it's going to be a good match. It should be.
Yeah, it totally should be, as you guys said. And what player should we look up for, like in this current matchup?
I mean, at least personally, I'm looking out for Wyatt. I think Wyatt. I mean, I think Wyatt's pretty good. I've always like had I guess, an eye out for him. So I think he's gonna at least like make a good appearance on today's broadcast.
No, Wyatt, absolutely. He's always in the lab. He's always scrimming. He's always playing games, always getting into it. But we are going to be getting right into the game. It is Ascent for our map pick as our two teams are locking in their selections here. Now, Fair, you having that Valorant experience, looking at this team comp here, what really stands out to you? Who do you think has the advantage in terms of operator composition?
Uh, Honestly, I think I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have to give it to Pot of Gold. I mean, they have the better utility usage. I mean, you got the Omen rather than Luck. They have the Clove. I think Omen is just better for team macro rather than the Clove is just individual. We're seeing a Waylay on both sides. Waylay, I mean, new agent coming in, very unexpected. So we're just not really sure um, what's gonna happen. I mean, high skill ceiling on this agent. It's like I'll compare it to even Yoru, I'd say. Uh, but I mean, that's what we're seeing out of Pot of Gold. I think Pot of Gold has the better team composition here. But obviously, Luck has the more experienced players. I mean, we have Miracle on the KO. He's, I mean, renowned. Everybody knows him for the KO. At least I do. I think he has a really strong KO. Varsal, the IGL for the St. Clair Saints, the academy team. So IGL, I think he's gonna be giving us like a good run on the Cloves here. We'll just have to see and wait what happens.
Absolutely, we're going to see. I know we talk about the experience that Team Luck has. You talk about Team Pot of Gold. Some newer players. Hayes definitely is their sort of player leader. I would say definitely the most experienced out of anybody on that team. Is there anything that Pot of Gold can do to maybe, get the upset or play underdog in this case?
I mean, if Pot of Gold just really plays to their strengths, and that's playing together. Obviously, Zombie doesn't understand the memo getting picked up by Marcel, but instantly triggered by No Skill. Miracle trying to hold down the B bomb site, still facing the kids. No Skill, it's shaded out by Hayes here. Swamp onto Hayes, and I mean that's just like it was just a really fast-paced round here on Luck. I mean they just hit the better shots here and the better trades. At least the way I see it, obviously the better team, the well-rounded out team that can just get better trades at the end of the day will win. And I think Luck has already shown us like off round one that they have just better team capability here.
No, absolutely. We didn't see a lot of util get used in that last round. Mostly saving and just using those pistols. But Pot of Gold, they definitely came out a little bit. Did find a couple kills there, which was No Skill, who did end up finding one. Hayes did find another one here. Let's see if they have a chance to respond here. You have to think Luck would want to be pushing this pace as much as they can here. Smoke is going out, pushing Parka out of that lane, having to reset with his team. Varcial now with that Outlaw, missing that first shot. Having to reload, does have a few targets available here. Who's going to peek out? Marcel does find No Skill there, and that's two more members of Pot of Gold going down here. Luck on a really good start here. Parka trying to get one, but Schwam, another long-range kill. It's all up to Zombie. Gonna try and fight through the smoke here. Missing some shots, has, but does find Schwam before Miracle comes in and takes him out right at the end there. Just total dominance from Luck in all facets of that round.
I mean, 100%. I mean, Luck, obviously, complete dominance. You have the gun advantage. You have the team advantage, obviously, from the first 2 rounds that we saw. But, I mean, Pot of Gold can really turn this around. I mean, that was the bonus buy. You're obviously meant to lose that one round. People obviously say, I mean, it's near impossible to win that round. But if you win that round, it could spiral. But, obviously, we have the first going round here out of Pot of Gold. Anything is possible. But they need this round to really stabilize. You know, Hayes going Tal speaking to Cat, missing the double push onto main. Hayes picks off Schwam here. The KO flash from Miracle, but I mean he gets out alive. Varsal picks off Zombie, but the instant trade off of Parka. I mean everybody's falling, and we just saw another dominant round from Team Luck here. Miracle flashes, kills the Waylay on tiles, and like after that, everybody, the entire team came in, and they all just crumbled, and they all, you know, they just fell. They didn't really, I mean, stick to their structure.
No, absolutely. The big difference maker absolutely was that outlaw play. I mean, a couple members of Team Luck electing to use that and just really using those long-range sights to their strengths, because Pot of Gold hasn't even had an opportunity to plant the spike even one time yet. I mean, they're just getting picked out so quick here. Here's saw Miracle trying to get that flash set up right at the start here. Varsal again elected to stick with that outlaw. If it ain't broke, definitely don't fix it. Here as Hayes does find Schwam, just Schwam peeking around the corner, just didn't know he was there, but Hayes getting traded out. That's Lexi getting her first kill of this match, but Swag with the great drop shot onto Lexi as well. We were highlighting Wyatt in the pre-show. We know he does have that Valorant practice, so he's definitely going to be someone to watch for Team Pot of Gold here. Him and Zombie, the only ones left. Here is KillFaceMe going on a long flank here. Zombie does start to get the spike planted. That is going down on B. Now Team Luck having to reset and respond to this post plant, finding that Cypher. And Cypher Gadget getting it out of there. Doesn't detect somebody. That's Miracle with one. It's only up to Zombie. KillFaceMe is going to take him out. Another round going to Team Luck there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 2v3 scenario. You really need to play up when you're down in numbers. They could have, I mean, they just needed to play off of each other right there. They really needed to just play as a team, really single out a kill. But I mean, they're just falling and just crumbling under the pressure. You see, you know, everybody's falling, I mean, one by one. They finally got the spike down, but even then it wasn't enough. They really need something to just turn around. A 4-0 lead. I mean, only 8 rounds left in the half here. You know, Pot of Gold really needs something to turn their luck around, or I mean, they're just running out of it.
No, absolutely. Team Luck definitely is running away with it right now. I mean, the skill gap, the skill discrepancy is really showing here early, but this is Pot of Gold's time to really bring it back and start working. Like you said, if you need a miracle, this is where it's going to happen. Smoke's already out in mid. KillFaceMe having to try and shoot through that smoke. Can't find anyone. Throws a smoke of his own. Lexi getting the kill started here. Varsal with another onto Swag. Looking for a couple more picks here. Miracle can't decide what he wants to use. Finally decides to use his rifle and gets the kill onto Zombie. And that is a flawless round from Team Luck, just continuing their dominant streak here early.
I mean, absolutely here. I mean, here, everybody should know, I guess, I'll give them the props, you know, Ascent, it's a really defense side of map, so, obviously, attack side, you're gonna just be really, like, it's gonna be a difficult half, I'd say, you know, you're not really gonna be sure on what to do here. You're really gonna have to play to your strengths, and I mean, there's just not a lot of strengths when it comes to, you know, Ascent attack side. It's really difficult. It's one of those maps that are just really rounded out that way. We're going to see Varsal walking up in the main, but KillFaceMe gets the pick onto Parka here. Instantly dashing away, playing his life. Varsal, he is about a 1v4. He instantly gets contact onto Waylay. The Omen Bind comes in, blinding Varsal. The smoke coming in. Varsal keeps going for more. Lexi top mid, she gets 2 out of nowhere, and the third to come in. But Zombie picks back with 2. I mean, the Lexi 3K, I mean, she looks unstoppable. The same with Varsal and Killface Me. They just all look, I mean, better. You know, they just look better together, and their luck is really panning out.
No, absolutely. They definitely have something up their sleeve right now, but again, Lexi with that 3K, you talked about that one, it was almost like a jump shot almost, and you know as good as anybody that typically in Valorant those sort of kills don't really happen because of how difficult it is to really sort of center your crosshair and fix the aim spread there. So very, very impressive stuff from Alexi there, definitely making her presence known early here. And speaking of early, another early pick for Team Luck, but that's 2 members going down. That's Zombie and No Skill. No Skill picking up his 2nd kill of the match here. This is probably Team Pot of Gold's best shot, but Hayes just couldn't win that battle with Lexi. Lexi able to get another pick. She has been warming up, but that's No Skill with another pick in this round. That Guardian doing lots of heavy lifting for him here. It's a 2v2 situation. Definitely Team Pot of Gold's best chance of winning so far in this one. Just have to clean up. Is No Skill with that Sova ult, trying to find a kill there. Varsil is going to get him before he can get that pick. But Zombie, here he is planting the spike yet again as Varsil crashes down onto the site, takes him down with ease. Another round going for Team Luck.
I mean, Team Luck they just seem unstoppable. I think you saw Lexi coming. I mean, everybody has their shining moments. I know we kind of mainly talked about Varsal early on, but I mean, everybody's just having their own moments. You saw Lexi coming with a 3K, Killface Me killing, you know, shooting people through smokes. I mean, can we get a vac check for crying out loud? Shooting through smokes. I mean, come on.
We will definitely be calling our stage admin to check all PCs in the intermission here. It's like Hayes is going to be trying to do it himself, trying to take the spike from Zombie here. You know, Zombie's been a little quiet in this one, but credit to him for at least getting the spike planted in these tough situations.
Killface Me gets a contact on the tiles. Sorry about that, but it keeps going. This is the perfect chance, but Pot of Gold, Pot of Gold, they finally have a kill lead. 5v3 situation for them. They really need to play together and just really trade out. Killface Me, so much confidence, gets the pick on No Skill, instantly traded out by Swag Studios.
I know exactly.
4 situation here, but I mean, Hayes, the whiff, that's all you really need to really turn, you know, back around for one side. Team Luck here, they could really get back into it. I mean, Pot of Gold, they really need their first round here. I mean, they don't really know what's going on here. Swamp gets the pick on Parka, but Miracle onto Zombie here. 1v1 scenario. Swag Studios really needs to get the spike down. I mean, it's all the way in B main here. I mean, what is going on? They just seem so spread out.
I would think that
30 seconds
both
left.
of them are just committing to that pick here. Schwam, just a tiny little sliver of health here. You would think that Swag Studios is just looking to hunt him down. Schwam does know where he is. That smoke finally disappearing, but Swag has to watch out for that util there. Schwam is going to know when he swings, but Swag Studios going to clutch the round. That's the first win for Team Pot of Gold here. Excellent work from Swag Studios to stay composed and win that 1v1, and you know, making sure that Pot of Gold doesn't at least get completely stomped in this one here.
Yeah, I mean, Pot of Gold, they really needed that round. They really need to stabilize and start now to like build a lead. They really needed that round to also like build their economy. I mean, we see Team Luck here. They're coming out with a few buys, some like a few deagles I think I saw, and just the rest in rifles here. We see goes to peak top mid, but instantly smoked off. Contact out Varsal.
This is what we love to see. Love to finally see a lot of util coming out here, but Varsil is able to sniff out Swag Studios and No Skill, but Hayes with that pick onto Varsil. Huge pick there for Pot of Gold. That is Team Luck's top fragger going down. Zombie getting another one onto Lexi, but Parka getting traded out with Kill Face Me. All up to Zombie here in this 1v3 scenario. Can he clutch? That is one, but Schwam going to put an end to that there quickly, all the way back to Team Luck here. Didn't give up a whole lot of space there and just keeping their winning ways going.
We're seeing an operator come to Swag Studios' hands here. I mean, if anything that will hopefully fix it, it will definitely be that gun. We are seeing the heavy hitters. They're trying to hit hard off of Team Pot of Gold. I mean, you have Swag Studios and Zombie Killer. I mean, they're trying their hardest, but off of Team Luck here, you have their hard hitters that are just hitting harder. You have Barcel, Lexi, and Killface Me. Obviously, we just showcased Killface Me, gets the first pick onto Zombie, and that kind of just sets the pace for the round here. Barcel instantly finishes off that A main. You know how much he loves to be aggro, and really clears the A main, but Swag Studios gets posted on the angle. Pedro on the trade onto Killface Me, and Swag Studios onto Barcel here. Lexi, she's trying to equalize but can't. Pedro with the 2K. It's a 3v2 situation for Pot of Gold. They really need this round to really build that momentum here, and they really need to, just group up. As you can see, they're grouping towards the B main side here. Schwam kind of vibing out is what it looks like.
Last player standing.
We love to see the players vibing out here, but Schwam's gonna have to stop vibing because his team is currently losing, but he gets the wall bang onto Parka. Clearly he was playing 4D chess with everybody, waiting for him to come by, and now Schwam defending the site all by himself, does have all that util to give him that information that he needs to defend the site. You would have to think that Team Pot of Gold would want to switch onto A, but it's not gonna matter as Swag Studios finishes Schwam off that swing. Excellent work there. Another round going to Team Luck here. I mean, really strong start for Team Luck, but now Pot of Gold they're starting to find their rhythm. That's now 2 of the last 3 rounds that they've won, so maybe this is the start of building that momentum here, but, taking a look at the player cams, Team Luck does not seem phased in the slightest. They still are feeling very, very confident in their abilities right now.
I mean, you have to be confident when you start off with a 7-0 lead. That it builds into 8-2. Barcel, again, he's so aggressive, but I love that kind of play style. Instantly getting the pick off Pedro, but instantly also tries to go back for a second. The KO flash coming in, and he just keeps going for more here. Barcel getting ready to swing off the Cypher cage. The KO flash blinding his own teammates with Miracle. Does not stop the aggression, tries to run away, but Swag Studios gets the pick onto Miracle. Barcel not backing down. Just keeps going for more here. Killface Me in their spawn. He gets the trade, but Swag Studios looking a heck of a lot better. And 3v2 scenario, the Clove ult coming in, and Zombie, the run and gun is just better. You can't do much about that. Schwam, the operator in hand, 1v3, and they all know he's there, and they're just all running to the B site. That looks like the better call and the better play here. We were talking about Pot of Gold. They look a heck of a lot more rounded out here. Schwam, really trying to come back, get them back into this game. He gets the first pick onto no skill. The Cypher ult comes in. He knows where both of them are, and he has all the information he needs. He needs to take his time because he's going to make the biggest play of his life.
Biggest play of his life. Schwam slowly making his way onto the site. It's Schwam and Swag yet again in this 1v1 duel. Schwam, 2 health to his name, has to get the defuse. Swag Studios has to get in there quickly because he doesn't have a lot of time. Go, and he gets it right at the stroke of midnight. Another one going to Pot of Gold here just at the last second there. Another good look for Team Pot of Gold. Like we said, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here, and we're going to take a look at some match highlights here. Definitely going to be swapping sides here now. Like we said, it was all Team Luck at the start, but right at the end here, looks like Pot of Gold has really started to find their footing here last round before the swap here. So we're You're going to be, like you said, give some analysis here. We're going to be full buying here. We're going to be full committing ults as well here. I'd really like to see Pot of Gold continue this aggressive streak they've been running with and maybe trying to catch Team Luck off guard.
Yeah, I mean, the aggressiveness does not stop. We just saw Varsal. They already have all the mid control here. They're, you know, keeping that top smoke on top mid here. But Pot of Gold does not, they don't seem phased here. They're staying together, they're staying to their plan. Pedro instantly gets the pick onto Killface Me. Lexi going for the trade, but just does not commit onto that, you know. Pot of Gold, they look a lot better, but there obviously are some gaps they need to fill here. They have the 8 site all control. They have it all under control here. The spike is down 3v3 scenario. Lexi tries to take advantage of that. Gets the pick on no skill, but Zombie, you know, no idea where it's coming from, and she just picks up the 3K, and I mean, Swag Studios is just nowhere to be found on that top mid angle, and the defuse just comes in.
Yeah, really unfortunate there for Team Pot of Gold. Swag was just nowhere close, had no shot at getting that defuse, but does get a quick pick at the very end there just for the road, but not good if you're Team Pot of Gold, because now you're heading into the reset. You're back to pistol rounds here, and you would have to think, with the way this has been going, Team Luck definitely has the advantage in terms of raw mechanics. So that is going to make this pistol round pretty tough for Team Pot of Gold. But who knows? Anything can happen here.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen for sure. And for Team Pot of Gold, I mean, you really need that pistol round, and then you need to get that bonus round, and then that first gun round. I mean, those 3 rounds were really spiral. I mean, just alone that'll be 9-6, and it'll be just a 3-round deficit inside a Pot of Gold here. And I mean, we already know. Talk about pistol rounds. Hayes gets the pick off Schwam, but Varsal instantly to trade here, and they really need to stabilize. Trick coming in. Hayes with the whiff. I mean, no bullets connect, but Pedro, you know, talking about, I need to equalize, and gets another, but Swag Studios, I mean, they just keep hitting, and they're coming out all together, and they're playing off of each other, and this is just what we want to see. But I mean, Killface Me gets the pick off Swag Studios here, and now it's a 2v2 scenario, and I mean, Pedro just looks like so much aura. You can just see the aura just radiating off of him, and just picks up the 3K in the middle of the round here. 9-4, or 4-9, sorry, for Pot of Gold.
Pedro absolutely aura farming at the end of that round. I mean, picking that win, we talked about how Team Pot of Gold really needed that pistol round, and now going into this bonus round that you were talking about, this is really their chance to take this game back in their favor. I mean, we were talking about how good the raw mechanics of Team Luck are, but I think given extra time, Team Pot of Gold is really, you know, they've woken up here. They've really started to get warm, but they're not going to be warm for much longer, because that's Killface Me back with that long range Marshall, getting that first pick, trying to no scope into the smoke. Not going to find anything doing that, I think, just trying to waste your bullets there. But Swag Studios electing to switch to the shotgun and finding 2 right away. No skill adding another one, but Killface Me does finish it off. But Swag Studios going absolutely crazy with the judge with that 4K. Look at that, shooting the ground too for that extra disrespect. Team Pot of Gold right back in this one now.
And we saw the 4K out of Swag Studios, but I don't think if anybody got it. You know, Team Luck, they really force bought into this round, and I mean, with such a lead, that's a really risky play. But I mean, it didn't really work out in their favor, and now it's only a 4-round deficit for the team, Pot of Gold here, and that's what really can build that momentum. You already see Team Luck, they're really gearing for a B main hit here, and just a fast B main, and that's what looks like they're going to be doing here. I mean, there's one person on the site here really going to be getting overwhelmed, and I mean, Varsal just looks like he's taking over the reins, but Swag Studios does not back down, getting the pick off Varsal, no skill, back with another, and Pedro Parka solo on site, but he doesn't even seem phased, holding down the site alone. Killface, just again, so much aura. So pistol round, or the second round, he gets the first pick and with a Marshall, and again he gets another pick with a Marshall. 3v2 scenario, and they only have in control here. Looking to back out. I mean, it does. I'm not really sure of what they're trying to do. 50 seconds on the clock.
It's going to be tough. That Schwam and KillFaceMe trying to work together to push this site. Does have his location revealed, and that's Parka. He was waiting for that to happen. Schwam is going down all up to KillFaceMe, and he is going to find Parka there. Does have the spike, is going to be attempting for this plan here, but Swag Studios is going to finish him off before he can even think about planting that spike. Another round going to Team Pot of Gold, and they are really starting to find their stride now.
I mean, they're really starting to pick up that momentum, and I mean, we just talked about winning the first 3 rounds, and that's all you need to start, building that kind of comeback and getting the momentum you need to really stabilize yourself here. 6-9, I mean, 3-round deficit, and I mean, this is basically the first gun round we've had, and so if Pot of Gold can really get this round and really play together as a core and as a team, they can really show what they're made of. We have the Marshall pick again off of KillFaceMe off his house angle, and the rest of his team is top mid. I'm not really sure what they're going for, but it looks like they just pack together and it pans out. He's there on the cat angle, looking to get that first pick. Sees the head onto Miracle, but does not, onto Hayes. Pedro onto Lexi. They're just trading out here. And the trades that will be better, I mean, overall will win out. Pedro gets the kill on Miracle, and the plant coming in, but nobody holding. But doesn't matter. Varsal, pick off Pedro. I mean, 3v3. This just take and retake looks all sloppy. But it doesn't matter. The site is held, and Varsal will do best, or do what he's good at best, and that's just striking.
KillFaceMe doesn't even need that Marshall to secure that kill onto Zombie. It's all up to Swag here. That's a good start for him. Does get that first pick there. He's gonna have to move quickly though, because he does also have to defuse that spike. Varsiel on this long close angle here. Swag is gonna have to perfectly aim his shot, but Varsiel just has that better aim, and that's another round for Team Luck. 3 rounds away from calling this one done and dusted, and like I said, Team Luck, gave up a couple rounds. They stopped the bleeding there at 3 in a row for Team Pot of Gold, but
One enemy remaining.
definitely staying in it here. As we
Strike
get
down A.
just a reminder of some of the dominance that we've seen from Team Pot of Gold. I mean, like, that one round, crazy Varsiel, bringing himself back after going down. Just, really good stuff for him. Varsiel's having quite the game right now.
I mean, I do agree. I mean, KillFaceMe obviously has a lot of trust in his Marshall skill. I mean, he's picked up the Marshall for the past 3 rounds. But I mean, Team Luck here, really, they just kind of aim together. I mean, the 8 hit, 5 on 8, seems to work a lot better than the defense team takes. They don't close the door. Swag Studios gets to pick on Marshall, and Miracle right back on Zombie. The ult comes in, and everybody just crumbles. Pressure, I don't know, but Pedro on Marshall that easily traded out. I mean, again, everything is falling, and the retake is all sloppy. 11 rounds for Team Luck here, and I mean, this is where the nerves start to set in, and you really have to shake them off.
No, absolutely. You do have to sort of lock in here, just to solve this one. Not a great one for Team Pot of Gold there. I mean, we saw some heavy aggression on the side of Team Luck there, and that really did them favors. We haven't been calling Miracle's name a whole lot there, but, we got to give him credit for committing to that aggressive site take there. And like we said, Team Pot of Gold just didn't have any answers for the aggression of Team Luck. But we're going to see if they can bring that one back. They've been able to respond to adversity in the past, but now is the time if you're going to step up. Somebody from Team Pot of Gold needs to step up and make something happen here. But they have quite the task ahead, because Varsiel, the top fragger of Team Luck, just absolutely doing it all right now. He is on the prowl, hunting for those picks. There's another name we've been calling watch, Schwam, just holding it down on this B site here. That is where he's going to stay. Bit of a slow take from Team Pot of Gold here. Haven't really decided where they want to go. That's first pick going down. Varsil down early, but Schwam picking up Parka. Lexi starting that plant onto B, getting that site cleared with Schwam being there, but Miracle finding two of his own, but just barely getting out. KO Flash is out, more smokes going out as well, but Miracle finding a third in this round, his best round of the day so far. One more round to go for Team Luck, and doesn't really look like anything's going to be stopping.
I mean, not at all. You saw the slow take, but that slow take looked, they kind of cleared all the angles they needed. They inserted the clove top, mid three there, and that angle is just really good because you don't have to worry about that market angle. And then Pot of Gold, they left one on site, so everybody on site just crumbled. Because you're just a solo person. You can't do much, not unless you're somebody you can just aim diff over and over again. I mean, we know this, Team Luck, they love this fast main exec, and it obviously works. The flash coming in, and they're just out on site for free. The judge coming in, though, we saw on Swag Studios how the judge was so dangerous. They're still going 1-for-1 here. Varsil falls to Pedro Parka with the judge, but Lexi and Schwam look to hit harder. Taking their time, and the bomb is getting planted A. We're calling a fake, and it just seems to work.
Yeah, Zombie. It's gonna be Zombie and Haze on this one here. With that three, and can't get those shots to land. Schwam, one more left to go. It's going to be that 1v1. It's gonna be Zombie. It's going to be Kill Face Me. But Zombie's gonna have to defuse the spike quickly because Kill Face Me isn't anywhere close to the site, but I don't think Zombie knows where the spike is. I don't think he knows where he's going, and now he has to make the trek all the way over to the A site, and I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time. He's not going to be able to get there in time. That's going to do it. Celebratory victory shots are going, but unfortunately that pick isn't going to matter. Zombie not on the right site. Team Luck are your Clover Cup champions today. I mean, we knew they had some heavy hitters coming in, but we really saw that raw skill coming out in the end there.
I mean, 100%, that last round was just a really show of, like, who can play the better mind games, They really took that B site, but then Killface Me came in with the fake, because, I mean, it was so good, I didn't even realize it until that last second. Everything kind of came in, but it all just started to crumble. I mean, we saw the 3 rounds they got, but obviously that wasn't enough to really build the momentum they needed. And so, I mean, it's just tragic, losing in that kind of fashion. Unfortunate for Team Bottle Gold, but I mean, you never know what's next, next week there's another weekly, so.
It's very true, very true. But again, if your team Pot of Gold, you definitely have some positives to take away from that last match. Definitely not as much of a stomp as we were sort of predicting before the game here. Able to take a few rounds off of Team Luck, build that momentum, especially late into that first round where they were, sort of on the back foot there. But, again, got to give credit to Team Luck where credit is due. I mean, they absolutely had the shooters. They had all the shooters that they needed, and it seemed like everybody was contributing to this affair. I mean, it wasn't just Varsil who was taking all of those main picks. Everybody, it seemed, was contributing in some way.
I mean, 100%. I think we're going to be getting, we're going to our MVP screen right here. I mean, Lexi, she really we popped off. I mean, we saw, the picks left and right, the 3K that we saw top mid. I mean, talk about heady hitters. I know, again, we kept talking about Varsil, but I mean, Lexi just looked a lot better out there today. Looks like, the differential really, the waylay diff at least came in, and we saw it. The skill difference, we saw it, and Lexi really showed out for us today.
Lexi did show out. Only 42% on the vibes meter, though. You would think that should have been a little bit higher,
100%.
ending with the MVP and a round win in this Clover Cup Champions. That should be at 100% on the vibes meter. But no, everybody from Team Luck absolutely deserves this win and has earned this win. And like I said, credit to Lexi for really holding it down for everybody. Like you said, that that 3K round was just so good. I mean, we had talked about even that jump shot that she hit. You know, you can kind of talk about that a little bit more. Is that's so difficult to hit in a game of precise shooting that Valorant has.
I mean, 100%. I mean, Valorant really. I mean, they tried to precise guns play, but I mean, Lexi didn't really care. She kept running and gunning. I mean, and it worked out in her favor, as we saw. I mean, it's just really, it's difficult to come back from that. I mean, Lexi. I mean, props to her. You know, she really showed out and was just a better player overall.
And with that, we are going to be sending it to our player interview. Our MVP, Lexi, is with our host, Shuffleverse, for this interview, and we are going to waste no time.
Hello everyone, we're here with the MVP of the winning team, Lexi. How do you feel about your incredible win against Simla?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of really easy. Like, so it's not that rewarding.
I was gonna ask you if it was an arm match or if it was a walk in the park, but I think you already said that. Do you have... So no one made you struggle the entire match?
No, I first timed this agent, so I was kind of just messing around for most of the match. That's why we dropped a lot of rounds. But like overall, I mean, I think we're just better, basically.
A lot of confidence, a lot of confidence. It was really fun watching you play. Do you have someone you want to thank at home that's watching?
Well, somebody who's not at home, I want to thank our captain, Carl. He comes up with all of our strats. He's a very good captain, and he carries our team.
Very good. It was a pleasure talking with you, and congrats for the win.
Thank you.
Well, some very insightful stuff from that interview there, have to say. I mean, you could tell that Lexi very pleased with herself and the team there. So, excellent work for them. You know, a lot to say as we start to wrap up this game here, but was a very well played game, very entertaining game. Definitely a lot of moments that we can go back and talk about. I think what stands out to you? Is there any moment around that really impressed you or stood out to you?
I mean, a round that stood out to me, I think, is I think the 4K by Swag Studios coming in. It really gave them that first round to stabilize. You know, at least they tried to stabilize that judge round. That 4K judge round. We're going to a replay here, and I mean, this is kind of the slow retake, the 2v3
One enemy remaining.
retake here. I mean, you can obviously see there's one on site, and there's just, I mean, there's two on site, and there's not much you can do when everybody's, flooding in together. It's the same thing on this, I mean, A main. Everybody just
One
comes in
enemy
and
remaining.
floods, and you're just
Spike
trapped
down
by all
A.
sides, and there's just not much you can do.
Yeah, another big moment to look at there was, Marcial getting res in that
Spike
situation.
planted.
Definitely big in terms of numbers advantage. We looked at Swag getting that, and
One
there is that
enemy
Lexi
remaining.
3K that we were highlighting earlier. Definitely
Last
a
player
big difference
standing.
maker, but that 4K with the judge from Swag Studios, we don't typically see a lot of shotguns getting pulled out in high-level Valorant play, but definitely able to make an impact, and we saw the impact that the judge can make right there. Swag Studios absolutely acting as both judge, jury, and executioner.
I mean, he did execute when he needed to. Obviously, at the end of the day, you just hit the head and it works, and that's obviously what Team Luck did. And so props to them. They just played the better game of Valorant today. I mean, no haze to Team Pot of Gold. I don't think they played necessarily a bad case of Valorant, but I think they just didn't show us what they had for today at least.
No, absolutely. Definitely the skill discrepancy absolutely was shown in full force, but we always got to give credit where credit is due, and I think Pot of Gold was able to hold their own in this case. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to do it for this Clover Cup broadcast. I want to thank everybody. I'm getting word from the back room
Yeah.
that we do have another segment yet. So we're gonna break it down. We'll break it down just a little bit more. I think you'll sort of do the analysis
I will.
portion here. You can show us exactly what we're looking at, and really get into the nitty gritty of the strats that we should be looking out for.
I mean, 100%. I mean, in this A main fight, you can really see. I mean, here's the thing: the KO flash into A main. You can obviously see. I mean, the Omen blind right there, and everybody just swings in. And both. I mean, Team Pot of Gold is. They're just not playing together. You can see Lexi on this A main line. I mean, we just talked about the run and gun and the the run and gun and the mid air shots. That was really what kind of worked out for her. And so, I mean, that's it's a difficult thing to kind of establish, I guess. The running gunning is just difficult overall. I mean, I don't think I've done that many times because I mean, Valorant really puts that emphasis in just, I guess, just shooting better, kind of, just being able to just shoot and precise gunplay overall. And so,
Now,
uh,
you sort of look at this breakdown here. This was when Team Luck really, sort of took their advantage here. So,
mhm.
what was that play like? Like, what is that call like when you're trying to push for aggro there, and like that you have a bunch of enemies on the other side of like a fork like that? What's the play call usually, or like what should they have been doing? Or let me rephrase that. If Pot of Gold knew that all these swings were coming, what should they have done to maybe come out on top in that team fight?
I mean, in a team fight like that, it's really difficult. I mean, to come out on top, you really need to, play to your strengths. And in something like that, you really just need to like play deathmatch. You just need to just be the better aimer, and in a position that you can, I guess, throw util. We saw, Lexi. She came in from, I mean, the top mid angle and just kind of like shot them all in the back because they weren't looking at her. And so you really just need to be able to know, I guess, your gaps and um, just know what's gonna happen in that scenario. Obviously, Pot of Gold 13-5, dominant for Team Pot of Gold here.
But look at on the side of Team Luck there, Swag Studios really, really hard carrying there. 21 kills for him. I mean, like we said, just absolutely dominance from him, but nobody on the side of Team Luck was able to reciprocate that favor. Nobody able to get even close to the fragging power that Swag Studios was able to bring to the table. I mean, he absolutely carried pretty hard in
I mean,
that one.
21 kills and losing out like that has to be devastating. I mean, they're obviously going to go back to the drawing board with that one, and it's just overall devastating because, I mean, you're giving your best, and your entire team can't really like reciprocate that energy, or at least in that play style. So it's obviously, I mean, as a player myself, I mean, I'd be heartbroken at the very least. So it's just very difficult to at least come back from something like that.
Absolutely. They are going to have to go to the drawing board, and they're going to get a lot of time to think and reflect on this loss in the Clover Cup. But that really is going to do it for us on the desk here. Thank you to my co-caster, Fair, and our host, Shuffleverse, for his excellent insight in that interview segment. Thank you to our players, everybody in the back room. Thank you very much for making this happen. But that's going to do it for us here on the desk. I have been Not Really Evan. Thank you very much for watching.